What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 136 of the Clever and Original Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kody Misialek. Alongside me, the man with a plan, Jayden Reinhart.
Hi, my plan is to get shit in my eye, so that's great. I woke up half an hour ago.
Have fun getting shit in your eye, Jay.
I woke up half an hour ago.
That's great.
Is that why you have shit in your eye?
Yeah, is that why?
Yes.
Is that where the shit came from?
Segue to the shit in my eye.
What's in your eye?
Shit. Not actual shit. I don't want pink eye. No, it's just like I don't know.
I don't know. Sand stuff.
Yeah.
Did you get...
See, I don't like sand.
I went to the beach today.
No, you didn't.
I woke up, went to the beach, came back, got ready for the podcast.
In half an
I
hour.
wish there was...
There are no beaches around here. We're in the middle of the country.
I went
I
to
wish,
California. It's fine.
Like,
Yeah.
let's just all move there, you know?
Well, see, because if you travel west, you go back in time.
Interesting.
Wait, but don't you have to come back this way?
No, I just keep going west.
Okay.
Go around the whole world.
I mean, wouldn't eventually...
And then
you
I'm
be
back
going
like a
forward in
day.
time?
No.
You would eventually reach a point where you are like going further
time
into time.
keeps on slipping
Slipping.
into the future.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, this guy gets it. This guy's JJ Larson. He knows what
You
I'm
can't
saying.
prove that. There's no evidence.
Tide goes in, tide goes out.
Can't explain that.
Yeah. No.
No one can explain that, apparently.
What does it,
It's the tide, you know. It's like not...
Not to be confused with pods.
Tide Pods, yeah.
Right.
Of course.
That meme's dead now, right? That meme's
Tide Pods? Yeah.
That meme's pretty
I think
dead
it died like
I
early
think so.
2018.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
that
it died right around the Super Bowl time.
Mhm.
Right. I think because people were so sick of it, because they made so much off of basically free advertising
Yeah.
that they just spent it all on more advertising. So every
Well, their
Super Bowl
advertising
commercial
for the
was a Tide
Super Bowl was
commercial.
really great.
They were smart about it, yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
Did they have
The-
people eating pods?
well, no.
Yes.
yeah, they had people eating posts. No, it was like it was like a commercial, right? And then like for like a beer or whatever, and they're
Mhm.
like, you thought this was a beer commercial, but that guy's got a clean shirt. It's a Tide commercial.
Oh my god. That's
And so
dumb.
every commercial there on out was a Tide commercial. They had a few
Yeah,
of
yeah,
those in the
actually.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was like the normal commercial. Then the guy comes in all like Kool-Aid Man like, and he's like, no, it's a Tide commercial
Oh my god. I
because
hate
they had clean clothes, you know.
It's
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
And
And
then,
so every
well, it's
commercial-
like it was really good because then people start thinking that every commercial could be a Tide commercial.
Yeah.
And so it just
So-
basically every commercial of the Super Bowl was a Tide commercial. Because they all had clean clothes.
I mean, really smart.
I thought so.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but anyway, if you haven't listened to us before, we talk about comic book, movie type stuff, video game type stuff, particularly in that order. The Clever Original Podcast, episode 136. Not much news this week, but some big news. We've got some Avengers Infinity War news, some Fox superhero news, and others. Let's get on with it. So, Avengers Infinity War is moving up its release date. It was supposed to come out May 4th. Is now coming out 1 week earlier on April 27th, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So they posted this on Twitter, like back and forth between Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel Studios. Basically, they're going to release it all around the world on that day, where it's like for previous Marvel movies, for example, I think the UK always got it like a week earlier than the US, etc. But that's not going to be the case. Everyone's going to be
Getting it at the same time.
same week. Reports are that they want to separate more from Deadpool 2, which is coming out also in the middle of May. I think 2 weeks after Avengers was supposed to be. And then also Solo, Star Wars story was also coming out at the end of May. They wanted to separate even more to give Avengers more, I guess,
More
time.
room. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So yeah, Infinity War coming out April 27th. Thoughts on this? I guess it kind of ruins people whose plan it was to watch every Marvel movie for one a week up until the release.
Yeah, I mean, they just have to add another
perfect,
one.
Right?
They just have to add, like, they'd have to do more than one.
Yeah,
just to add one more.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not that hard.
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of ruins the evenness of the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like a cool thing.
But yeah, so Avengers comes out April 27th. Thoughts on this?
I mean, fun. Good.
Makes sense, yeah.
Week earlier is fun, you know, closer to seeing it.
Yeah, just keep moving it up until it's like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's say they could do it like move it up this week, right? Then next week move it up 1 week earlier. And then the week after move it up another week earlier. And then I think at that point it would be right the week.
What if they moved it up like so far they moved it into the past? And it had already been released.
Well, that would be a strange,
mind blown.
A very strange world.
Yeah. I'd be like, shit, we missed it.
Yeah, it's already out of theaters.
Damn.
It came out years ago.
Everyone saw it except you. Except you, the person listening to this. It was really great. The best movie ever. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My favorite part was where everyone died.
Yeah, and then, they all brought it back or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. I don't know. It seems weird, I guess, for them to move out. Marvel has never really moved their dates ever. Like, at least this close to release, right? Like, they've moved out. Like, Black Panther was originally supposed to come out in November of 2017.
Yeah.
But then, like, after they got Spider-Man, they moved it back into February of this year. But yeah, interesting, I guess. Comes out earlier than normal. Obviously, really glad. Hopefully it's done. I mean, I would think it's done.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably done already.
They seem pretty confident.
It's probably mostly done already, other than some post stuff, you know.
I mean, based on like the last trailer we saw, that Iron Man looked bad. Like the last trailer.
Yeah.
Like the CGI for that looked bad.
Yeah.
I just hope it's like finished, like good. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I guess, but
I guess.
We shall see.
But yeah, so Avengers Infinity War hitting April 27th. They hope to capture a lot more revenue with that earlier release date.
It probably will. I mean, it's a good idea.
Yeah. So yeah, they expect repeat viewings.
So, I mean, that's usually. I usually see each of these movies like twice. So
yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I haven't been seeing movies twice lately. I don't know why. Like I used to see all the Marvel movies twice, right? I saw Avengers 4 times in theaters.
Yeah.
The first one.
I saw that one like 3 times.
Yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully, it gets the same sort of thing. Hopefully, it makes me enjoy it that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's coming out. Also, a note, I think Jessica Jones comes out this week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, shit.
So
totally forgot about that.
Excited about that. Should be good.
You catching up, JJ?
I mean, no, not yet. I haven't been able to watch television in general, so...
I'm not sure how much Jessica Jones is going to have to relate to the other ones.
Probably not that much.
But, like, Defenders, like... That's, I think, obviously in between season 1 and season 2 of Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, stuff in that maybe will have an effect. I don't know.
They've always done a really good job of, like, referencing the other, like, people without, like, straight up requiring you to know them.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, hopefully it's good. I mean, I think reviews are coming out. I haven't looked at them yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen any reviews yet.
Yeah, so also Jessica Jones coming out this week. So you don't have to wait till April to get more Marvel fix.
Yeah, you'll have it this week.
This week on Netflix. Okay, so I think that does it for that. Those topics. Anyone else? Any other more to say on those?
No.
Okay. So moving on. It looks like Silver Surfer is getting a movie at 20th Century Fox.
Interesting.
Being written by Brian K. Vaughan. Let's see. It looks like he's best known for working on the X-Men series for 20th Century Fox. I wrote some comics for Marvel as well, including Runaways, Why the Last, or I guess that's not Marvel, but like Why the Last Man, and so some comics in general. So yeah, they are in early development for a Silver Surfer movie for Fox. Looks like apparently they are trying to desperately kick off as many Marvel projects as they can, while their possible acquisition by Disney hangs in the balance. Thoughts on Fox trying to make a Silver Surfer movie and just more Marvel movies in general before they get bought out by Disney? Or it's completed, I guess.
It's just, I don't really know like where this movie's fitting in, if it's part of any universes, if it's just like by itself. I mean, Silver Surfer's a cool character, but it's like he's usually around like in relation to other characters, like he's
right. Most notably Galactus.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, for the most part. So I don't know. It just seems like if it's just him, like that'll be a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like I feel like Marvel's not gonna like keep most of these. Like if and when they get all these properties, they're not gonna like. I'm trying to think of like the word I'm looking for. They're not gonna like continue off of those stories, and so it does seem just kind of like a waste of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not money, I guess, if it makes them money, but
I mean, on one
maybe they're
hand,
just trying to squeeze what they can out of it before they give it up.
I mean, on one hand, right, like, what if the sale doesn't go through? I mean, I think it's kind of expected that it'll go through, but if like let's say it doesn't, right, then you get just a bunch of people who weren't doing anything for
years,
for like a year or months. Probably a good idea to have stuff, in
busy work.
Yeah, just in case it doesn't go through, and so you're not like screwed if it doesn't. I mean, I think either way, in regards to like their Marvel properties, they're kind of screwed. Unless, of course, the deal doesn't go through. Like, because if I feel once Disney gets their hands on Fox, right?
Yeah, they're just gonna
axe everything, depending on how far along. Like, I feel anything that hasn't gone into like production, like filming and everything, is getting the axe.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, I mean, I could easily see this getting, dumped unless they get it off the ground really quickly. In regards to like the actual idea of a Silver Surfer movie, I mean, I think the main thing would be like how he became the Silver Surfer, which is basically like Galactus coming to eat his planet, and then he's like, "Please don't. I'll be your
dude,
your dude on the surfboard."
Yeah.
And so I think that would probably be the most likely story they could do. I think, well, like JJ said, a lot of the stuff has to do with other characters. And like Fantastic Four doesn't seem to be in a good position for Fox right now. And X-Men not really either.
No. Not really.
Well, hopefully something.
Yeah. But we'll see. Fox seems to be willing to do a lot with the Marvel stuff, I guess. But we'll see how much longer they have access to that stuff. Okay, let's move on. Russo brothers, the directors of Avengers Infinity War, are set to produce a new superhero film starring Keanu Reeves on Netflix, of all places. It's called Past Midnight. It's apparently a vigilante superhero story with director Rick Famuyiwa, who directed Dope. And also, we've talked about him on this podcast before. He was set to direct the Flash movie. But I think he left the project. So he will be directing this with Keanu Reeves in talks to play the lead role. No other casting decisions have been made, though. looks like Netflix is developing their own superhero stuff. I know we've talked about working on, I think, a Mark Millar set of superhero stories for TV shows. So I guess thoughts on this Russo brothers producing this thing with.
I mean, I like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he's solid.
I like the Russo bros, so
Yeah, and then
I'm just happy that this kind of thing is happening. You know, like I know nothing about what it's about, really, not that much, you know, but I'm just excited for whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, same. I think I'm on the same page. Yeah, because both of those people have, all of those people, I guess, since there's 3 people involved in said reference. But all those people have done so much of their careers already. Like, just putting them together doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. So, whatever they do.
Yeah. And I think it also says a lot that they got the Russo brothers, you know, Keanu Reeves, and the guy who was set to direct the Flash film, who also directed Dope, which was a big hit. So, yeah, should be interesting. Set to go into production later this year. Yeah, Netflix really pushing that superhero stuff. I think now that Marvel is kind of leaving.
Yeah.
Although I do think they keep the current Marvel stuff that they have. So yeah, Netflix trying to build up their original content, which they already have a lot of.
Yeah.
Moving on, one more news story. So the Halo series that was going to be on Showtime, made by Steven Spielberg, is reportedly going to be in production this fall. Start filming.
All right. Nice.
So it's a mini series on Showtime, and according to Production Weekly, we'll begin filming sometime this fall. With Justin Falvey, Daryl Frank, and Alex McGoney attached to be producers. And let's see, Showtime president of programming Gary Levine noted that the series would be hitting the ground running soon enough, and that would be of interest to both diehard Halo fans and casual viewers. So,
I mean, fuck! It's actually happening, huh?
Yeah,
that's a shock, because it's been. It would be like 5 years, 6 years.
Well, it was announced around the time of Halo 4,
which is 2012,
or like the year after Halo 4, so 2013.
Yeah, so it's 5-ish years.
And I think it was supposed to come out like around Halo 5, I think. But now it's starting more to become around the times of Halo 6. So I guess
fuck.
I am surprised this is even happening.
Yeah, like I don't know what to think, really.
I mean, it's surprising it's happening, but at the same time, I'm so used to just like waiting absurd amounts of time for things. Like, that's not too uncommon.
Sorry, now that you mentioned that, kind of digression, but so Kingdom Hearts, right?
Kingdom Hearts 3, yep.
Yeah, so the Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2006.
Yep, 12 years ago.
So that's a long time, right?
Yep.
But like, think about, like, you know, they announced Kingdom Hearts 3 in 2013.
Well,
so
they sort of announced it before then, though.
Right.
In
but
like 2007
the thing is, like,
or something.
Well, it's like it was officially announced in 2013. Yeah. That's still 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, people had already been waiting for like for 7 years before that.
So, yeah.
And there's been games like for example, I think Fallout 4 was highly anticipated, right?
Yeah.
They announced it the year it came out, right?
Yeah. 6 months or so.
Yeah, and like Fallout 3 had come out, what?
2007 or 8, one of the two.
Yeah, and that was still yeah. It was still shorter time. Let's see, 2008, right, to 2014?
15.
So 7 years. Like, I mean, that's pretty close to how like it's kind
and
of
Skyrim was developed in that time.
Right,
It was like the game
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were making. So like they
yeah.
weren't even
So like
they
it's
weren't
like
even focused on it.
it's like Kingdom Hearts. It's already been waiting it's been a long time since it was announced. Like like let alone people were expecting it for like 7 years before that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a huge digression on waiting a long time for things. So.
Yeah, and I mean, like, when you wait a long time, it's hard to, like, imagine that they're working the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if it then came out, it would have to be, like the greatest game with the most content.
Yeah. It's like this Halo thing, right? It's like
Yeah.
The Last Guardian almost. Like, Last Guardian, it was like, okay, they're working on it after 2006, I think.
Yeah.
And then, that goes dark, and you don't hear about them for like 10 years.
And then it's just
And
like,
it just
it's
pops
coming
out of nowhere.
It's
It's
coming
like-
out.
It's like they've been working on it for 10 years. Like, nothing. They haven't been working on anything else, It's like, it's weird to think, right?
Yeah.
And I guess the same thing could be said with this Halo thing. Like, they've been like working on like maybe a script or like, story and plot and everything.
Yeah, my
for this
fear
long.
is like they came up with something and they started doing it and there was some like argument. And like now when the game comes out, it's
Or
going to be
not the
like
game, but
or the movie.
show.
Yeah. But now when it comes out, it's going to be like less good as it may have been. Like the original idea tossed out the window, like because of disagreements, like stuff's not going to make sense. That's my fear, is like when things take a long time, it's because shit went bad
And
with the
then-
creators behind it.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Like
a
with
lot.
relations, like in making it, and
Yeah.
people got upset. And
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
that's like
not
my
that
fear.
sure.
I mean, I really hope it's good. Like,
Yeah, of course.
because like I don't know, Halo stuff has been like kind of like hit or miss in regards to other media.
Mhm.
Because like Nightfall was pretty bad, I think.
Mm-hmm. Nightfall wasn't that good.
Like you had Forward Unto Dawn was all right.
Mhm.
I think like the Halo Legends like anime stuff is pretty good.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
enjoyed that quite a bit.
And I think was it Halo: The Fall of Reach was like a animated comic thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good, based on the book. Yeah, so it just everyone's wanted a live action like Halo thing, right?
Yeah.
And you've never really gotten it, and so hopefully it's good because that's what everybody's wanted since
hope it's good.
2001.
I hope it's good. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic, but it's been in development hell for so long. Like usually good shit doesn't come out of development hell,
Right?
Well, to be fair, it's pretty difficult to make movies for games.
Yeah.
I mean, the best one for games is probably Wreck-It Ralph,
Yeah.
which is like not even based on a game.
Yeah, it's kind of offhandedly like
I mean, it's like
it's not really a
it's
story
based on like
there, but-
video games in general.
Yeah.
But not like an actual video game.
Do you remember that Adam Sandler movie Pixel?
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
I
watch
didn't
it
see
either.
it, but the
I didn't see it,
advertisements
but-
made me want to destroy the world. They were so
Yeah.
they were so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember the giant Pac-Man stuff.
And I was like,
just
oh god, this is the cringiest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anything worse.
It's pretty shit.
But yeah, I guess it's still weird. I don't know. Next thing for Steven Spielberg is Ready Player One. That comes out on March 29th.
Which I'm excited
this
for
month,
because I read
actually.
the book. And it's good.
Yeah, I want to read the book. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe there'll be I think there's some references in that, or at least in the movie. I'm not sure though.
Yeah.
To Halo.
Hmm.
I
I believe so.
But yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get it this time next year, the Halo series
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
on Showtime. But yeah, it's in production, or could be in production soon. So yeah, that does it for news this week. Pretty short, lacking of news. Lull time of year. So games are coming out this spring.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Quite
some
a
games
bit.
coming out.
So we're gonna talk about what we're most excited for, what we're planning on getting and playing through. So, JJ, why don't you kick us off?
All right. So, ones I'm like excited for, God of War comes to mind. Far Cry 5, Detroit Become Human as well. The only one, and Sea of Thieves actually. The only one I'm probably gonna buy though is Detroit Become Human. Probably gonna buy that like near-ish release, and I'll get Games Pass to play Sea of Thieves. But yeah, Detroit Become Human is probably my most anticipated because I really like that style of game, and I've been itching for something like that for quite some time. So yeah, I'm obviously like with every game nowadays, I wait for reviews, first impressions, stuff like that before I buy anything. But because it's not like digital shit, you're never gonna like run out. It's not like you can.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think Sea of Thieves is one I'll get Game Pass for that. I think.
Yeah.
But it comes out March 20th. Probably the one I'm looking most forward to. And then I guess you said Detroit Become Human. That comes out the end in like May. So that should be good. One game I want to get probably MLB The Show because I just want to play a baseball game.
Yeah, they don't have baseball games on Xbox, do they? Yeah,
no.
it's like a PlayStation exclusive.
And then there's like a few other like there's a couple Switch games like Kirby is coming out. I want to maybe play that. Donkey Kong Country Freeze. And then just quite a bit of stuff on just general. I mean, I'm not sure. Oh man, I didn't know it's a Shaq Fu A Legend Reborn is coming out. It's coming out spring. It says it doesn't say when in spring, but Shaq Fu.
So excited. I hope it's as difficult as the original.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've never really played a God of War game, so I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't be into that as much. But yeah, mainly Sea of Thieves is probably the thing I'm most excited for. This spring, we'll definitely play it.
I think I'm most excited for Detective Pikachu.
Wait, is that coming out?
Oh, right, yeah, it comes out the end of March.
23rd, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Psyched.
Yep. I'm actually that's actually making my list.
Sea of Thieves obviously makes it because I've seen a lot of gameplay for that, and that was pretty sick. I am actually pretty excited for God of War because I guess spoiler alert for a super old game. Kratos kills like all the gods.
Yeah.
Like every single one. And so now there's like this world without gods and like Greek history, like Demeter like takes her seeds away or whatever, and nothing grows. Like it's basically that, like the world is shit.
Yeah.
Because all these gods that took care of the world are dead. And I'm really excited to see that. To see this world that Kratos made, and now he has to like deal with it.
Yeah,
I'm
Seems
excited
like
for
a
that.
pretty
Do you have a
pretty
PS4, Jay?
sick prospect. No, but I'm gonna get one.
Yeah.
For God of War.
They're not that expensive anymore. Like
Yeah,
I think the Slims are like $300 new.
Yeah. Pretty psyched.
So yeah.
I'm not super excited for Far Cry 5.
I mean, I like
Because
those.
Far
I never
Cry 4
finished
was
them. It's weird. I really like those games, but I never finish them.
It's
like I play
it's just climbing towers.
I play a bunch of it. I play a bunch of it. I like upgrade my gear a lot, and then I just like eventually just stop playing. Like after like 30 hours or something.
It's so repetitive.
I mean, I'm just like, okay, I've had my fill of this sort of game.
Kill a cat and kill a bigger cat. And
I
kill
thought,
like a mountain
I thought
lion.
Primal was actually better than Far Cry 4, even though it was just
I never
a
played
reskin.
Primal.
Like it just felt like it was like different. Like he did all the same shit, except it was like, okay, I have like a bow and arrow and a spear, and I can light the spear or the bow on fire, and like it seemed like I just wasn't running around with a gun, just like pew 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 pew. Pew.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Fair enough. A little different there, yeah. But yeah, I think those are the games I'm most
Detective
excited
Pikachu. We know
for.
we talked about that last week. I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my Amazon wish list right now.
A new Harvest Moon apparently in May. I didn't even know that. I like Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
For the Switch and the PS4.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah. Any other things?
Mm?
I guess there's a lot of games that we don't know the release date, like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, Red Dead comes out next fall. I'm really excited for
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
But yeah. So yeah, those are our excited games. I think that does it for us this week on episode 136 of the Clever Angel podcast. Pretty short episode this week. Jay, if people want to find you on the social media sphere, where could they do that?
You can find me on Twitter at Jayden Reinhart.
And JJ, what about you? Where can people find you?
Also Twitter, J Larson 107.
And you can find me at Kody Misialek on Twitter. You can find us all at Clever_Original on Twitter. And as you are right now, listen to it each and every week on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast services. And we'll catch you next week, guys, on episode 137.